Hi, hi, we are on Indian news, but there's one window which is on the title. It's basically that an asteroid was heading Earth. For a few tense days in January of this year, astronomers were tracking a near-Earth object cruising towards Earth with its trajectory showing it hitting the planet in 2023. When it mysteriously changed course, the asteroid dubbed 2022 a E1 was on course to hit Earth on July the 4th, 2023, with astronomers predicting real damage to a local area. The asteroid was moving so fast that there was not enough time to attempt deflection, and the European Space Agency said that worryingly, the chance of impact appeared to increase based on the first 7 days of observations. The first observations were followed by a dramatic week in the dark as the full moon outshone the potential impactor. When the moon moved away, the telescope looked again only to find that the chance of impact was dramatically falling. Since then, it has been confirmed that 2022 AE1 will not impact Earth and has been removed from ESA's risk list. So what happened? The asteroid was detected on January 6th, and a day later it was flagged for a potential future impact by the Asteroid Orbit Determination automated system. This system automatically calculates the orbits from asteroids observation data provided by telescopes and observatories around the world. In January this year, we became aware of an asteroid which the highest ranking on the Palermo scale that we've seen in more than a decade, reaching minus 1.5 in almost 10 years at ESA. I've never seen such a risky object. It was a thrill to track 2022 AE1 and not refine its trajectory until we had enough data to say for certain this asteroid will not strike. Astronomers said that several asteroids often appear risky during initial observations, get riskier, and then suddenly become entirely safe, as is often the case. The overlap with Earth remains even while the risk corridor gets smaller due to further observations, and so the risk appears to increase. More often than not, as the hazard zone narrows, the small potential corridor moves off Earth and risk suddenly drops. Laura Facchioli, a near-Earth object dynamicist, said that had 2022 one path remained uncertain, they would have used any means possible to keep watching it with the biggest telescope we have. Astronomers now predict that asteroid 2021 A1 will have a safe flyby with Earth at a distance about 10 million kilometers, nearly 20 times the distance of the Moon. So now, this is Wal Thornhill. We are talking about gravitational polarization. Gravity has two poles, like a bar magnet. Gravitationally induced atomic dipoles set an internal gravitational field that is weakly repulsive. All stars and planets in the universe repel each other with an inverse square law of force. Newton's attractive force has a limited sphere of influence. This may explain many anomalies. So this asteroid 2022 AE1 came from somewhere. It entered our solar system probably, and it has its own charge, like all the other bodies have, which are swirling around in space. Is it a planet, a star, or just asteroids and all these other things what we have there? Comets and such. So they might actually repel each other And since the electrical force is so many million times stronger than gravity, the repellence starts much earlier than any gravitational field could have any influence on any object. So that's why if there's a comet coming from far out and heading straight to Earth, for example, eventually its trajectory will start to bend because of the repelling force of Earth. That's why also, because of this repelling function of the electrical force, the possibility that there would really an asteroid impact Earth is quite small in the end. I'm not saying it's not happening ever, but usually they tend to make a slight turn at the end, and that's why many of those asteroids we see, which are burning up in the atmosphere, it's just because of the repellence of the it's an electrical discharge when they enter the atmosphere, because they get closer, so the charge differential gets bigger and bigger and bigger until it's so big it will actually tear it apart and it will just burn in the atmosphere above us. And since those asteroids they are much smaller than Earth, so there's no real threat for Earth, and Earth's electromagnetic charge is so much bigger than those of those asteroids. So maybe those people from those asteroid observation places, they probably should read about gravity, how it really works, and why they tend to avoid collisions with other bodies. And we'll put a link below to Wal Thornhill's video. I really recommend you to watch it as many times as you need to understand what he's talking about. Because I think it's really, really important to understand how gravity works, and gravity is not a force itself. Gravity is just one way to see or to experience the electric universe. Because without charge, there is no gravity. I leave it here. Thanks.